Hello, everybody. I am your host, Mr. Good Call, Vinnie Paul, the Cuban cowboy, here parked on the side of a road in Hollywood, doing a podcast with one of our sweetest guests that we ever have had on the show so far. She is a delight that I've met from Atlanta who's currently residing in Augusta. She does confectionaries, desserts, and all sorts of sweet goody things that my dentist is going to be really mad at me for consuming. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the 101 podcast, Miss Arielle.
Hi.
Hello, welcome.
I'm glad to be here. And thank you. I am the sweetest guest.
You are. Well, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, why you do it, and what the future holds for your craft.
Okay. My name is Arielle Page. I am a pastry chef, and I actually started way before Atlanta. I've been baking since I was, maybe like 5 or 6. Like, okay, I wasn't baking by myself at 5 or 6, but helping with my mom in the kitchen and all that. And then I actually went to Georgia Southern, graduated from Southern, and then moved to Atlanta with a couple friends, ended up going to culinary school, and then ended up working in various hotels and bakeries. And now I reside in Augusta, Georgia, where I started my cheesecake company. So I think that's pretty much it. So cheesecake is my life, literally.
Yeah. I tell you, I really, really like cheesecake, but with the fruit mixed in it. I like the fruity ones. That's my.
A lot of people.
What is the name of your brand?
So my business is called Aries Confectionaries. So Aries as in like the astrological sign, but with an apostrophe S, and then confectionaries with an ARES at the end.
And so this is your website here where people can find your 9-inch cheesecakes for sale and your 4-inch cheesecakes for sale. You have pristine vanilla beans, strawberry, red velvet, salted caramel. Is that a big seller? I feel like that'd be a good one.
It's actually not a big seller.
No.
My most sold cheesecake is actually a toss-up between the banana pudding cheesecake and the red velvet cheesecake. But they're all my babies. So
these all look so delicious. I'm getting a sweet tooth just looking at. I think I just got a cavity actually just by looking at this. Now you also have a YouTube page where you show you actually making them.
Yes, so my YouTube actually started out as just like tutorials. Right now I do have a couple cheesecake videos on there, but none of my recipes for my actual business is on YouTube. I just want to keep it. I want you to come to me, okay? But you can find various recipes, candies, and all of that good stuff on my YouTube. Yay.
These are awesome. How to dip professional strawberries is a big hitter. How to make the candied grapes. Well, why the candied grapes? I've never heard of that before. Candied fruit.
So actually, this is an interesting story. So have you heard of mukbangs?
Mukbangs? No.
Mukbangs.
No. Enlighten me.
So I think it started in Korea, actually. Basically, people sit in front of a camera and eat. Like they just eat.
Is that a fetish? Like, is it legal?
So, some videos I'm like, this is a little, but I don't know. Like, I started out like hate watching, and then like for some reason, I found myself going to the YouTube videos, like watching people eat. So there's a category called, what are they called? Tangulu. So the tangulu is actually like the candied fruit. Okay. So on my channel, I think my candied strawberry got like 750,000 hits.
Yeah, 730.
Because, so people love watching other people eat these like candied fruits, right? So I'm thinking, okay, if people love watching people eat the candied fruits, I wonder if I made a recipe for these candied fruits, people watch? And I didn't know they would, like 700,000 people would click on it, but It's a big hit.
Now, is that actually 700,000 videos, or did 200,000 people watch it and you were the other 500,000? Do you watch your own videos over again to just critique them?
So I may drive up the I was gonna say the price. See, that's the business. I may drive up the views just a little bit.
Hey, I do the same thing.
I've
I
been
do the
playing.
same thing.
Yeah, in my background, maybe.
So now that you do delivery, correct? So if anyone is
Yes.
in Alaska, they can purchase these, correct? If I'm in Louisiana, I can purchase these.
Local delivery only
Okay.
because actually I have a cheesecake with me today.
Ooh.
So let me show you guys what they look like. So this is the 4-inch.
Ooh.
I'm getting my Price is Right model on.
Now, what is the fruit that's mixed in the top there?
So this is a white chocolate raspberry, actually. So then you have like the raspberry puree that's been mixed in, and then you have your glazed raspberry on top. So yeah, this is 4-inch. I do deliver local only because it's cheesecake and I'm a small business. So unless it's next day air, it would melt or degrade or yeah. And the next day air is like hella. Yeah,
that's Sears money. That's Walmart money if you can ship
yeah,
that.
that's definitely Walmart money. I'm not there yet. Maybe one day, but
so you're doing local deliveries. What about in the future? I know you're doing deliveries, but when are we going to see a structure where we can come see your bright face and see your big smile and get some of these fresh to order cheesecakes?
So hopefully, not hopefully, we're going to claim it. Within the end of this year, I will have a storefront. So I'm actually working on obtaining a brick and mortar storefront in Augusta, Georgia, where you guys can come and see me and my crew and hand pick your own cheesecakes, send them to your family and friends on your own dime, just at the beginning.
And the ones that you're shipping locally, those are all made fresh to order, right? You don't pre-make them and freeze them. They're all
right. Fresh to order. So it's a 2-day turnaround.
Okay.
All the time. It's a 2-day turnaround unless there's a chance that I have a pop-up. So if I'm doing pop-up shops, I'll just make them in bulk. And then like if I have extra, of course I can fulfill those orders. But yes, made fresh to order, never frozen.
And of course, when you do open your brick and mortar, everything is going to be made in-house. You're going to have your own little confectionary kitchen. And you're going to be sitting there. And so if I'm correct, you're going to make a smaller one, right? Not just the 4-inch ones, but you're going to have little mini cupcake size cheesecakes.
So let me show you the 4-inch again, because I know people have a hard time, thinking in like 4-inch, 9-inch, like that. So with this being a 4-inch, I'm looking to sell 2-inch. So it's about that much bigger. Same, decorated the same. Each cupcake, or like got me saying cupcake.
I planted the seed.
Each cheesecake would be individually decorated like this. So I know a lot of places do cheesecake, and a lot of bakeries kind of like do cakes, and then cheesecake is like a second thought. Like, yeah, we do slices. So this concept would be unique because each cheesecake would be individually decorated based on the flavor. And then you can actually come in and, like a cupcake, pick and choose which cheesecake you want and create your own box or eat one.
So it'd be going like to a donut shop and saying, I want 2 Boston creams, I want 2 glazed, I want 2 sour cream, and I can make a custom dozen of cheesecakes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna give me high blood pressure just talking about this.
You gotta come see me.
I am gonna come see you. I'm gonna have to be up there for the grand opening. We'll do another episode leading up to this, and maybe we'll do a live broadcast on the day of your grand opening.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Hey.
Yeah, see, so promote you.
Yes. So I don't have a date yet, but everything is in the works. Okay. Everything, we're moving and grooving. We're getting there.
You're in the right direction. Yeah. You're hitting the ground running. You've got a great idea. I love the premise. Now with cheesecakes, Are you gonna add the chocolate covered strawberries, the strawberry glazes, and all the praline and the other different fruits that you have on your webpage? Are you gonna add that to the store?
So I'm thinking, I know the concept of my bakery, it would be cheesecake and then actually ice cream. So
Oh,
the other unique concept of the cheesecake, oh, I almost said Cheesecake Factory. I almost said it. Of my bakery, of Aries Confectionaries, you will also be able to come in, get a bowl of hand scooped ice cream, but also have the option of mixing any flavored cheesecake that you see inside of your ice cream. So you can kind of create your own customized ice cream. So we're also doing hand made waffle cones and waffle bowls as well. So that would be something that drives in more people. So even if you don't eat cheesecake, you can come in for the ice cream.
who do you know that doesn't eat cheesecake? What kind of communists are you
All
socializing
right.
with?
We don't like to, we won't talk about them.
You know, for me, cheesecake was something that I never knew that I liked because I don't
Yeah.
like dry cheeses. But then when you start putting the graham cracker crust on them and start putting the fruits and the glazes
Yeah, different
and then everything else,
textures.
oh my gosh, such a sucker for them. And anytime
Yeah.
I see one, I want to try to get like a new flavor, like an apricot flavor, or I've never had a raspberry flavor. So that would be something that I would flock to and gravitate to.
Yeah. So that's the thing with me. Like I can create any cheesecake. Like any cheesecake.
A candy corn cheesecake?
Any Oh, I do not have my picture. I have a picture of candy corn cheesecake.
Do you
I
really?
have, yes. It's not on my website. It's on my, it might be on my Instagram.
What is your
I wish I had the
Instagram for
picture.
everyone out there who wants to follow you and get more
Yes.
information?
My Instagram is Aries, ARIES _ confectionaries. CONFECTIONARES. Confectionaries.
That's right. And I'm going to put the link to your Instagram, the link to your YouTube, and your webpage on a link tree for our Patreon podcast that we're doing, the 101 podcast, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. I am your host, Mr. Good Call Vinnie Paul. Joining us is Miss Arielle Page from Aries Confectionaries, telling us all about how she just got her LLC. She can customize any cheesecake, anybody. So if you have some really wild ideas, you can send them to me, you can send them to her. And let's see how crazy you can. What's the weirdest request that you've gotten for a custom cheesecake flavor?
Honestly, I haven't gotten any crazy requests. Like people are kind of, stuck on the strawberry toppings. I would maybe
Licorice?
Snickers. No, not that is kind of crazy.
Right? Or
that should be a YouTube video. Like what's the craziest?
Or a peanut butter cheesecake? Is that odd?
I feel like that's not that odd.
No? Because you do a salted caramel cheesecake.
Right.
I don't know if it'd be anything. Or maybe it would just come up a dirt flavor. Maybe there's a dirt flavored cheesecake out there.
There's some worms in there,
Yeah. I mean, there's people out here on the streets of Hollywood that eat a lot less delectable things out of a trash can. I'm sure a dirt cheesecake would be a kind of something that's the next level up,
Oh, speaking of California, I do offer vegan cheesecake, vegan, gluten-free, and what's the other one? Sugar-free.
So vegan,
so those are
gluten-free, and sugar-free?
Yes, not all the same cheesecake. These are 3 different options.
Okay. So can I take the fat, the sodium, the cheese? Can I get a cheese-free cheesecake?
Well, that's vegan technically, so you'd be surprised.
That's good that you have those options available because, like you said, out here in California, people are picky eaters. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Have you had any experience doing like cooking? Because I'm a cook. I like cooking. I hate baking because, correct me if I'm wrong, baking you have to have the exact amount of the ingredient that you're putting in. So I like cooking because I could just say a pinch of this, a push of that, and some dash of this, and a sprinkle here. Do you cook also, or is it like baking your specialty?
Baking is my specialty, but I mean, When I have the time, I do enjoy cooking. When I have the time.
You really just bake for yourself all the time and just have sweets laying around all day?
So I will say, like during the height of the pandemic, I was baking like random things. Like
Mhm.
I tried, that's the thing, like I try to do bread. I'm not a bread maker. Like, I don't know.
No,
Just I'm not a bread maker. I'm a bread eater.
but you can make
Or
a
a
steak and
bread maker.
potatoes. Oh, bread maker. Hey, I'm the comedian here. Leave me the jokes. Actually, no, that's not true. Most of the time, the guests that I have on are the reason uh, that people watch. And I do the show to promote you all, and I just want to give you a platform to express your craft and show off your talent, and so that people that may not be able to see it now they have exposure to it, and now
Yeah,
we can bump your business up and support each other. And I'm a cheerleader for you. I believe in you. So when I believe in it, it's the truth.
I appreciate that. No, thank you for having me.
No, I thank you for making yourself available. I know that you're a very busy lady working on getting this store put together.
Oh, if my hair wasn't bleached, I swear, like gray hairs sprouting. It's crazy. Like you hear people, oh, like starting a business is hard, and yeah, it's not hard. It's just tedious. Every little thing has to be in place.
Just like when you're baking, you have to have all the right ingredients to get the result that you want. Same with
Exactly.
starting a business.
Wow. Good analogy. I like that.
Tying it in together. Now, you did say you went to culinary school, and I think you were in school when I met you first. Do you
Mhm.
feel like the things that they taught you were beneficial or kind of restricting to the being creative in the craft?
Um, Baking, it helped. So, like you said, cooking you kind of do here and blah blah blah, there,
Right.
bam. But baking, it actually taught me the science behind it. Like, why does certain things react? So if you add cocoa powder into a mix with, I don't know, buttermilk, like a red velvet cake, cocoa powder reacts to the vinegar that you put in the red velvet.
Oh,
Just things like that, like small things,
yeah.
things that provide the foundation for you to kind of grow. So I really appreciate it. I went to Le Cordon Bleu, which is no longer
Yeah.
available, at least to people in the US. But I learned a bit, but I would say most of my learning came from restaurants and bakeries. So I
On the
always tell
job
people, like,
training.
exactly, like I tell people that are kind of teetering between culinary school and starting from the bottom at a restaurant. Start at the bottom of the restaurant, save your money. I mean, I wouldn't take back the experience because it kind of led me to where I am today. But I'd say start at the bottom. They teach you everything anyway. And that's like anything with school. School, they teach you one type of thing, but then you get to the job and like you meet the guy and they're like, well, I do it this way. This is faster.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, like in a restaurant too. It's like, well, this is how we do it here. Oh, one of my raspberry cheesecakes. So
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna go for first. I
good.
get the salted caramel. Woo! Is that a cheesecake here?
That's the strawberry crunch cake. So that's actually strawberry cake, vanilla cheesecake, and strawberry cake on the bottom.
Oh, that looks like those little strawberry crunch ice cream bars.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you were going for, huh? Let's see, is this a bunt cake?
That's a bunt cake.
Yeah,
Bunt pound cake.
Bundt. Oh, there's the red velvet.
Mm-hmm.
This is salted caramel, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is pecan or pecan?
I say pecan, but it's turtle cheesecake.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
so I'm I lived in the South for a while, and I've worked with some good old boys, and they say there's some of them that say pecan, and they say other ones say
Mm.
nah, it's pecan. And there's other ones say pecan. Like they don't even get through any of the letters. They just say pecan.
That's
Tomato,
funny.
tomato, huh?
Tomato, tomato. You know what I'm talking about.
That's right. At the end of the day. We're all speaking the same food language at least. So now, once we get the Augusta store opened up this year, what's your next area? What's your next demographic? Where do you see yourself vaulting to? Where are we going to next? We're going to New Orleans. We're going to New York. We're going to Los Angeles. Where?
We're going to Atlanta.
Woo! A-Town down.
Only because I started my journey in Atlanta. And Atlanta's a pretty big city, you know, it's very diverse. There's a lot of foodie options there. There aren't many foodie options here, which is why I wanted to start here and kind of get like my feet in the ground on this business thing. But I know this is a good idea. Like when I do pop-up shops, I sell out. People love cheesecake. So with the Cheesecake Factory being in Atlanta, that would be a major competitor.
Yeah.
But like I said before, people aren't doing individually decorated cheesecakes.
Right.
You're kind of getting a slice off the bigger
whole
cheesecake.
pie. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, just having the option of smaller portions, like bite size, you know, you can kind of pick and choose. Like maybe I don't want like a big turtle, or maybe I don't want just one slice of chocolate cheesecake. Maybe I want to try this raspberry. Maybe I want to try this vanilla. Maybe I want to try this creme brulee cheesecake, you know? So
infused with ice cream.
Exactly. So the concept of the store is, of course, the many individual sized cheesecake, but then also you get the option of hand scooped ice cream and picking out any flavor cheesecake that you want to have your ice cream mixed or your cheesecake mixed into the ice cream. So you also get customization of your ice cream as well. Mm-hmm. And then you get handmade waffle cones with that too. What?
Which I've never heard of anywhere that's name brand, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely working in not ice cream shops or bakeries that offer ice cream, they're buying their cones. Yeah. Like you're getting store-bought cones, but having the experience of walking by and smelling fresh waffle cone, like if you haven't smelled fresh waffle cone being made,
oh, it's to die for.
It's so good.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
And what about, would you ever consider the option of a food truck, like a little mini portable?
Yes. So food truck was actually my first option.
Okay.
And then I was kind of stuck because there aren't any commercial kitchens in Augusta. There are, but they're few and far in between. So with the food truck, I would still have to use a commercial kitchen to bake my cheesecakes. So why not just open up your own place that has your own commercial kitchen? But food truck, I do want to add a food truck onto the store. So on days where the store isn't as busy or we're open on the weekends, I also want to go to the pop-up shops, take the truck out there, any spring festivals, summer festivals. And that way I can get to you guys in Atlanta or California or wherever, you know, a food truck can go anywhere. So that's definitely more.
You go up to Nashville, you can go to Charleston, you can go anywhere you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the goal.
You're doing big things, girl.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm just trying to be great, just like you.
Oh, you're not trying. You are definitely on the right track. And I'm going to cut us a little bit short just because I've got another appointment halfway across town and I've got to drive across 2 million homeless people to get there. But I do appreciate you having a little bit of time to sit and talk with me. That's all I had. You give everybody your 30-second spiel and then I'll play us out. Yeah. And Arielle, thank you so much for spending some time with us, darling.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Just follow me. Follow me on all platforms. I'm available. Shoot me a message. Tell me how much you love me. I'm just kidding. Yeah, definitely follow all of my platforms. Keep up with my journey. Definitely, I will definitely have a food truck in the works. Definitely. So even if you aren't in the Augusta area or Georgia, even Georgia, I'm driving. I'm going to make it my goal to drive to you. Okay. That's the goal. If not this year, next year, I will get to you. You.
All right, everybody. That's the end of episode 43 of the 101 podcast, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. I am your host, Mr. Good Call, Vinnie Paul, the Cuban Cowboy. She's been Arielle Page from Aries Confectionaries. Go follow her. Go get your sweet tooth craving satisfied. Everybody, thank you for tuning in.